I'm going to start off by saying that when it comes to children, we would all agree that children are the most vulnerable group. So we identify them some rights: right to life, development, and survival, protection. Protection against violence, exploitation, cruelty, even at the time of war. Children's lack of mind and moral development, their nature of being easily persuaded or coerced, make them targets for being recruited as soldiers in the armed conflicts. In the past, we had some cases like in Congo, Afghanistan, or Sudan. So then we took a step forward and criminalized this as under the statute of ICC, International Criminal Court, as a war crime. But we have witnessed that this crime again happened in the Syrian war by ISIS. So I think that this situation urges the constitution of a special court with a broader scope to start persecution this crime. Actually, right now, International Criminal Court is the only responsible body for persecution such crimes. But it will exercise its jurisdiction under three conditions. First, if the country involved in the armed conflict is the state member of Rome Statute, or if the state submits its consent to the court for the persecution, or if the Security Council refers the case to the court. But unfortunately, as the general persecutor stated, the court has no jurisdiction to start its investigation regarding unspeakable violence in Syria. Following Goal 16 of Sustainable Development, stating the establishment of appropriate legal procedure, we need to establish a court which is composed of different experts from different areas like psychologists, psychiatrists, sociologists, and jurists. We should consider that the issues of children, victims, and also witnesses are very delicate because most of them have been under mental pressure and also intimidation, coercion, and sometimes they may be under the ISIS training that they must be loyal to that group. So they would not be able to comply with the experts to help them, to give them the information about this crime. As well as that, the dissemination of their name would endanger their security, as it may put them under the revengeful attack by ISIS, and also make it harder for them to be reintegrated again for future life. As well as that, I believe that this institute should have some monitoring committee because they should monitor the situation even in the time of war or after war. In the time of war, we have some reports that when children were sheltered in some campaigns like Jordan, they were recruited again. They were returned again to Syria as soldiers. And also after the trial, it should be guaranteed that their situation are monitored and they will not be left without any support and education. We have some resolutions which were adopted. For example, one of them was in 2014, which specifically considered the foreigner members of ISIS, and it requires the states to prosecute their nationals who joined this group, but I believe that it is not practical enough to deal with the case. International community should recognize the necessity of the establishment of such institute. They should cooperate, they should provide financial, technical, and professional facilities in order to do something revolutionary. If this institute is established, then we would have new practices in order to fill legal gaps, and also in order to amend some problems in the statute of ICC. As well as that, this institute could also helps to the fight against impunity, and also accountability of perpetrators. By this solution, I believe that goal 4 of sustainable development, which states access to childhood development, care and education, as well as goal 16, which requires the reduction of all forms of violence, death rates, exploitation against children, and promotion of rule of law and equal access to justice will be realized. May we have a world devoid of any violences. Any question is so welcome.